Hi everyone, I'm your Mayor Glenn Grandis, and this is this week's Mayor's Message. This is an opportunity where we talk about what happened at the last City Council meeting, what's upcoming at the next Council meeting, events around town, as well as happenings in the city. So first off, let's cover what happened at the last City Council meeting. First off, real exciting, the City of Fountain Valley received a check from Hyundai Motor Company for $100,000. I don't know if you can see that up there, but that is to be used to help sponsor all of the different events we have in our city, as well as a grant to the Fountain Valley Community Foundation that will then disseminate that money out to other nonprofits in our community. We also had the approval, the second reading of Our Lady of Guadalupe senior housing over on Magnolia and Warner, so that project will be moving forward. We had a public hearing where we were going to talk about affordable housing and the developers, and instead of affordable housing, an in lieu fee. We needed more information as a council, and we decided as a team that we were going to table that to a future council meeting and get more information. We also went through the mid-year review, so we were able to see where are we in terms of revenues for the city up to the halfway point of the year, where are we in expenses, and we're right in line with where we want to be. There were adjustments up and down in both areas, but overall we're in really good shape. We also discussed the community services fees. So if you want to rent out the rec center or the senior center, a ball field, play pickleball, we went through all of the fees for each of those different areas. One thing I'm really proud about is if you're a Fountain Valley resident, you do get an additional discount. So let's talk about upcoming agenda items. What's going to be on the next council meeting? We are filming this a little bit earlier than normal because I'm going to be out of town along with Vice Mayor Ted Bowie over at the New Mayor's Conference up in Monterey. So this should all be on the agenda, but there is a chance of an adjustment. So first we're going to start off with a study session for the Orange County Power Authority. That's where we give residents of our community the option of getting all renewable energy. So it's an exciting opportunity. And again, this is just a study session and we're going to get more information, and it's always about giving our residents choice. We're also going to do a certificate of recognition for Tam Nguyen. Tam Nguyen is one of our local residents, and he was just appointed to the OC Transportation Authority as the chairman, which is super exciting. One of the areas of my pillars for the year is innovation, and we're going to get an update from Sci-Fi. They're one of the fiber providers in our city. We're a little bit behind where I think we want to be, and they're going to provide us an update and give us some information on how we move forward. We're going to do a City of Kindness recognition. We're bringing that back this year, and we're going to be talking about a couple of different items. One is the demolition services for the future fire station. So right now there's a building that sits on the property, and we're going to be talking about some bids we received to remove the existing building. And then we're going to talk about architectural design for the new fire station. For those of you who aren't aware, we are going to be adding a new fire station on Bouchard, pretty close to Warner, kind of where the freeway is, back in the corner over there. We have many volunteers in our city who help out the city. So we're going to be appointing the different committees, commissioners for the different committees. So whether it's Planning Commission, HCD, the Community Foundation, we'll be voting on that and assigning out members of our community to help sit on those commissions. And then one thing that's going to be real important to everybody is the Sober Living Ordinance. We're going to be talking about, we talked about this about 90 days ago and said we'd bring it back in January, talking about the ordinance that sits in Costa Mesa and what we want to do for our city. So that's a real important item, and we'll be talking about that. So that's kind of an overview of what's going to be on the agenda at the next City Council meeting. Now let's talk about some exciting upcoming events. First off, we had the Mayor's Breakfast over at Fountain Valley Regional Hospital, first one. You can watch the video of that on our city website as well as social media. It was very informative. I think everybody really had a thumbs up for our OC San General Manager, Rob Thompson, who gave a great update on OC San. Let's see, what else? We have, as mentioned, we're going to be going to the new Mayor's Conference, so that's kind of exciting. And then coming up on February 15th, we have the State of the City. It's going to be a Lunar New Year theme over at the Saigon Grand Theater over on the corner of Brookhurst and Edinger. For those of you who've lived in Fountain Valley as long as I have, you might remember that used to be a movie theater way, way back in the 80s. So tickets are on sale. You could get tickets online at the city website. It's $50 to attend. And the good news is any of the proceeds, the excess proceeds, I don't want to say profit, but excess proceeds are going to be donated to the Fountain Valley Kiwanis Club. So it's also a fundraiser for them. Let's see, what else do we have coming up? So that's the big events that we have in our city. But now what I want to do is I want to take us out to Newland Street. Many of you have noticed that Newland has been closed for about 10 months now. So let's get out to Newland Street and see what the update is and when it'll be fixed and reopened. All right, so we're out here on Newland Street. I'm here with Public Works Director Scott Smith. So Scott, how long have you been with the city of Fountain Valley?
I've been with the city of Fountain Valley for about 5 months.
All right, where'd you come from?
Prior to joining Fountain Valley, I was at the city of Irvine as well as the city of Oceanside prior to that.
Okay, great. And why are we out here on Newland? Why is this lane been closed?
Well, we had a street failure back in early 2023. We had the California rainstorms, and you may recall that a lot of public infrastructure was damaged during that time. So the extra rain that came in, it penetrated into the subsurface area, and then as a result, the street settled. Initially, we didn't know what the problem was. We thought it was maybe that there was a sinkhole. So it's taken a little bit of time to work through all of that, and we have a solution, and we're actually working on it right now.
Well, that's good news. So when do you think that the street will be repaired?
We're looking at early February. So
okay, so that's pretty soon.
Yes.
Awesome. And then how do we prevent this from happening again?
You know, it was a result of those rainstorms, which is kind of a freak thing, but we are doing a great job. The staff here, the city has a great program on pavement maintenance. And as long as we stay up on that, we're going to minimize these occurrences, but you can't eliminate them totally.
Yeah, understood. And what about the cost of this? What's the estimate of how much this is going to cost?
Mayor Grandis, I'm happy you asked that question. The original estimates when we were possibly going to have federal funding was $1.2 million.
Wow.
Now we're down to about $200,000. So saving about $1 million
wow.
to do this repair. The staff has been great. We've all come up with a plan to do a pilot project and use some innovative approach to do a lot of the work in situ, in place, and fix it. So that's saving us time and also impact to the citizens driving on this road.
Well, that's really good news. All right, so we heard it. So this is going to be done in February. And that's the mayor's message for this week. Hope you enjoyed it and look for future mayor's messages coming up. I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis. Have a great day.